Hello everyone, my name is Michael Lamott. I am the founder of ChartYourTrade.com, and my goal is to inspire you to take advantage of the stock market. And the reason why is because we can. Wall Street has told us that investing in the stock market is too hard, that we should take our money and hand it over to some mutual fund or hand it over to somebody else and let them decide how it should be managed. I say that that's wrong. I say that you can be successful in the stock market, and the reason why is because I found success in the stock market, and I've done it trading part-time with a full-time job with a family, and I've done it by studying the market at night, on the weekend, and setting orders and not even looking at the market during trading hours and just waiting for these orders to trigger, and if they trigger then I'm in, and I'm just checking in right at the end of the day, end of the trading day to see if there's any kind of a sell signal to exit the stock. But that's it. I'm really only looking at the market during the trading day for maybe the last 15 minutes or so during the trading day, and then that's it. Not much of a time commitment there at all. You know, there's homework to be done at night on the weekend, but once you learn and understand the market and you've educated yourself, it doesn't take that much time at all to do this research. There's plenty of tools, there's plenty of services out there that you could take advantage of and really exponentially grow your wealth and your nest egg and really become financially free. Now, I think that's the goal for many of us, to find financial freedom, and the stock market is our ticket to do so. So that's the reason why I'm putting out these videos for you, because I want you to experience financial freedom. In this series, we're talking about what to buy, and there's literally over 10,000 stocks in the stock market, and we need to be able to focus on just the best ones. So I developed my own scanner, and I've outlined all the scans in this blog post, how to scan for the best growth stocks, and it outlines all of the criteria that I scan for, and you could take that, you could put it into your own scanner. Your broker might have one, or there's plenty of free scanners out there, but I developed something where I could just click a button and it'll run all the scans and it'll do all that work for me. Previously, it would take me several hours to run all these scans, and that was just too much work for somebody that now has a family and other obligations. So I wanted to make something that was extremely efficient. So anyway, just click a button and it runs all these scans. When we look for what to buy, we want to take that 10,000 stocks and filter it into the best opportunities of what's going to, which ones are the ones that have the best probability of going up 100, 500, 1,000% or more in a relatively short period of time. By relatively, I'm talking several months to a year or more. And so one of the things that causes a stock to go up that much is fund ownership, right? So these big institutions that have billions of dollars at their disposal, when they start buying a stock, it takes them weeks and months to accumulate a position in this stock. If they just tried to buy it all at once, they would dramatically increase the price of the stock, so they can't buy it all at once. They would move the market if they did. So they buy it over a period of time, and the fund ownership of a stock, that's public information. We could look that up and see which stocks are have increasing fund ownership quarter after quarter after quarter, and that's very useful information, right? So I developed one of my scans just around that one concept of increasing fund ownership. So let's take a look at that and see which stocks have increasing fund ownership right now, and if there's any kind of common themes around that. So this is our fund ownership scanner within ChartYourTrade MRI. For the benefit of anyone that's new to this series, or new to me, or new to any of our videos, this ChartYourTrade MRI scanner, it runs a series of different scans. The one that we're looking at right now, obviously, is the fund ownership scanner, but it also runs this ideal growth stock screen over all of our scanners. And what that does is it takes the profile of an ideal growth stock and it overlays it over any scan, and you could adjust what the percentage of what you want it to pass from anywhere between 0 to 100, and so you're getting this double filter to make sure that you're just honing in on the best of the best stocks. So right now we have it set at 50%, and this week it happened to produce 34 stocks that have increasing fund ownership and also pass this ideal growth stock screen by at least 50%. And so with this particular scan, what I like to do is sort by industry group and see if there's any kind of common themes that jump out. So let's do that. Alright, so far there is the beverages, there's two of them there. Alright, let's see. A bunch of communication services, that's interesting. Two from computer or computer related. Going to the next page, personal services, regional banks is popping up. A whole bunch of software and programming. Okay, so we're seeing a lot of software and programming. We're seeing regional banks, and we are seeing a bunch of communications, equipment, and services pop up. So those are interesting themes. That's where the big boys are taking their money right now and starting to put it into those industries. So that's something that's of interest. It should be of interest to you, and it's something that we'll want to take a closer look at. So let's see what some of these stocks are doing, and then based on that, we could take them, put them on either a ready list, or just put them on a universe list, which is a list of stocks that we just want to keep on our radar longer term, just in case if they begin to set up and make a move. So the first one up is Ubiquity Networks, and this kind of looks like a big cup with high handle, but it doesn't fit the true definition of a cup with handle. Not anymore. So you could have arguably said that this was a cup with high handle over here as it was making that kind of consolidation, but it clearly broke that, and it's getting wide and loose. It caught support right around this moving average over here, and it's trying to rally back above it. But for right now, this is not a stock that I would be interested in at this point. Maybe you play that reversal, but again, I think that this is one that just needs more time. Let's take a look at GTT Communications. This seems like it could be setting up. Look at, there is a very clear descending trend line that you could draw. If it breaks above that, like if it takes out this week's high or last week's high, then I might be interested, and I would use this week's low as my potential stop loss. So relatively tight trade there. If it gets above this weekly high over here around 32.60, then that would be further confirmation of, okay, this is starting to get ready to go again. Let's take a look at, well, what's the next one over here? TLK. Alright, so this one is just bouncing along this moving average, and if you are somebody that has a position or is looking to start a position, it's definitely getting support around this moving average. So right now, I think that it's viable. I think that if it takes out this week's low, I wouldn't be interested in it anymore if I just started a position. But let's say I started a position way back here, where when it broke out over here, or again if I bought this consolidation when it reversed it and bounced there, then, and I'm playing a little bit long term, then maybe I start to scale out and I begin to exit more aggressively if it breaks below this level of support, or this level of support over here. Especially this one, I think that would be my last line in the sand, because it would be taking out what should be a floor from this former resistance level. SKM, yeah, that's one that you clearly don't want to touch right now. Looks like it's being sold off pretty aggressively, and this is one that can lure a lot of people in when it's just falling off a cliff, but it catches support, right? Seemingly catches support, and it's reversing on its high. Okay, maybe you take a stab at it, but it's got a lot of overhead resistance at this point, because there's people that got in over here that now need that they're underwater, and they're going to want to get out at even, and it wouldn't surprise me one bit that as this tries to rally, if it starts getting smacked again. So it's definitely got a bit more consolidating to do, in my opinion. All right, well, let's skip over and take a look at some of these regional banks and some of these software and programming stocks. Let's just see. Oh, that's nothing. Right here. All right, so this is breaking out. This is running as well. So one of the things that you should also pay attention to is the general direction of the stocks within these industry groups, because it's showing you, is it just a one-hit wonder within that industry group that's beginning to make a move, or is, if you're seeing a whole bunch of stocks within an industry group that are moving, then it's a whole industry that's being accumulated, and then you really want to focus in on at least some of those stocks, so when they pull in, and enjoy the ride for as long as you can. But let's focus on the software and programming group, because this one has the biggest block of stocks that are passing the scans right now. So we've got VMware, that consolidated, broke out, and is running. EBIX seems like it's consolidating, pulled back, consolidating within a bigger move. Oracle looks like it's ready to break out. That's one that I would be interested in, but let's take a look at some of these other ones first. Varonis Systems, that's consolidating as well near the highs. That's a real good sign. RealPage as well, pulled back this week, but it's near highs. This is getting me excited. Just a lot of opportunity. Here's one that's consolidating. And Quality Systems looks like it's trying to round out the bottom of a base. But so here we're seeing, okay, so VMware ran, EBIX and Oracle are, or it was Oracle and VRNS and RealPage all offering potential buying opportunities. And so when you see a bunch of stocks in the same industry group that have these other qualities that we're looking for, so it's like all the stars are starting to align. Those are going to be the ones that give us the best opportunity and the best probability for success. It doesn't mean that it will happen, but it's starting to put the odds in our favor. So those would be the kinds of stocks that I focus on, and it's the reason why I like to run these scans, and it helps. It's a very easy way to focus in on the best stocks and the best leading stocks in the market, and it's a very quick and easy way to do it too. This video is probably going to be about 15 or 20 minutes long in total, but you see how quick it is to run these scans. And if you're just doing this on your own at night on a weekend, it takes you next to no time to find these opportunities once you understand the method behind it, and you could just do it, just do the work, and grow your wealth and grow your nest egg, and get that much closer to financial freedom. So that's what I have for you in this fund ownership scan and in this fund ownership video. Thank you all so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. If you have any questions at all, please take a moment, leave them down in the comment section below, and I will personally answer them. Also, take a moment and like this video, and make sure that you subscribe to our channel as well, so that way you get alerted whenever we put out a brand new video. I hope that this was helpful for you, and again, I thank you for watching, and I will see you again very soon.